Welcome to Damsels in Distress, episode something.
51.
I'll put a little voiceover.
You won't.
You don't edit these anymore.
I edit every one of these episodes still.
I will put something here to say I edit the videos.
We'll do none of that. Intro. In the morning, when you wake up and make yourself known to the world, Howard sits you both down. And he seems very serious. He's shuffling around in his, dressing gown, basically. He's a very poorly man. And both of you. And you, Albert, as well. I need to speak to all of you. Come, sit down with me, because I'm going to sit. And he sits. We're in a crisis. And I'm scared. I'm in no fit state to help you. But there is something. A way for you to draw in more vitality, life force into yourselves. It is dangerous. And I wouldn't put this upon you if I didn't think it was strictly necessary. But I fear my part to play is done. Yes, you want me to get to the point, okay. I understand. Our nameless headquarters is built upon a source of both reverence and great power, and we have kept it safe for millennia. That power we have learned to harness for ourselves here, creating various tools and devices that have enabled us to operate and keep evil at bay. But in its rawest form, it is still wild, unpredictable, but incredibly powerful. And I think you need to experience it. Because at some point soon a time will come where I cannot protect you, and you will rely on each other. Come with me. And he sort of picks himself back up again and starts shuffling towards the lift. I won't lie to you, there's a risk involved in what I'm asking you to do.
What sort of risk?
Some people never come back. But you are all strong. I believe in you. You just need more power. He sort of reaches out and presses the lift button, and the sort of door scrapes open as it always does. Come, in you go. I've never been there myself. But what I can say is, the longer you spend there, the greater the reward, but the higher the risk.
Where is it?
I love you, Agatha.
Did either of the other two? The other two of you?
I don't believe so. Perhaps Frederick has. He never spoke of it to us, but he did love his secrets. Evidently so did Gilbert. I'll wait here for you. Good luck. And he reaches out and twists the ruby and pushes it forwards, and the doors close. And the lift descends. Albert looks at you both. I have no idea why he was being so cryptic either. Seems needless.
Very helpful. He was acting really strangely.
It was like he did it for dramatic effect or something.
Yes.
I really don't. Is it getting hot in here?
Is it?
Not to you.
I don't think so.
Am I feeling...
Little.
Fuck me.
Oh.
I don't enjoy that he sent us here unarmed.
Well, if we needed to be armed, I'm sure he would have.
He said that some people never come back.
Or like perhaps the vision doorway we have to pass through. People never come back from that sometimes. Perhaps it's one of those. And the doors slowly open again. And you look out into a dim, but sort of these sort of red, warm lights sort of shining up from around this sort of abyss around a stone kind of walkway jutting out, and this breeze of hot air just kind of brushes over you, and it's hot down here.
For all of us?
It's warm. As you look out, as your eyes follow this sort of stone, rocky outcrop that is very bridge-like, your eyes follow that up and across, and you look out, and this sort of, it's a whole sort of wide, cavernous area, and there is sort of glowing hot rocks and little bits of lava, it seems, like leaking out of various...
I'm going to take Agatha's hand.
Mm-hmm.
Stop. Sorry to interrupt.
And in the distance, there is this pulsating, glowing, red, ruby-esque, huge, grotesque... Is it an eyeball? Is it a skull? It looks like the teeth. It's not quite right. And around the edges of this thing, there is these sort of crackling levels of energy, as if this thing has pushed through from somewhere else. And there's liquid leaking from what seems like it's an eyeball and dripping down, or pouring down, below to an area you can't see from the lift.
How far away is it, sorry?
Quite far. It's hard to judge because of the size of this cavern. But it's probably ginormous.
Does it feel like we're on a different plane? Does it feel like we're in somewhere else?
Make an insight check.
Sorry, I was holding down really hard. Okay, that's a 22.
Better than my 14.
Cool. On a 22 with no frame of real reference, it certainly feels strange, peculiar, odd, uncanny. I suppose we go forwards.
Well, I mean, you could go back. If you...
But how? There's no button anymore. No, I'm kidding. It's right there's
Maybe you should go back.
No. Father obviously sent us down here for a reason. After you. Ladies. No, very well. Okay.
I'm going to step in front of him and I'll go first. Mm-hmm. I'm going to look and make sure that it's not going to crumble away as I step.
Cool. So you step out of the lift. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom?
Mm-hmm.
That's not fair.
Just roll above a 10.
20.
Very good. You step out of the lift and you look around. It's the same as what I've just described before. Nothing bad happens. Do you follow?
I'm trusting Talia and my father.
Okay. Make a wisdom saving throw.
It's 15, 14.
Okay. Very good. Albert steps out next.
Oh dear God.
I bet Albert's so unwise.
I got 19, he's all good.
Okay.
20 technically.
Hey, you do. Well, that didn't kill us. So, onwards?
Yes. I suppose we follow this rocky outcrop that looks very bridge-like but is clearly not man-made.
What an interesting thing to say.
Exposition.
I'll give you a nod. And cautiously they head across.
Great.
Prepare, looking for anything that's going to be coming at us.
Mm-hmm. You make your way forward to the beginning of this, bridge, call it. You find yourselves, able to sort of look down into this sort of cavernous abyss below you. And you can see, sort of deep beneath is more of this crackling sort of energy running up, and there is a sort of a huge sort of crack going up one side of the wall, jutting away off into the distance, and another one to your left on the other side, cracking away that way. And you can see as you're watching, little bits of soil and rock sometimes are falling off and down.
I guess we just keep moving forward then.
Okay. You move ahead again. Make another wisdom saving roll.
That's a 9.
I got 5.
Oh,
Did he fail too?
yeah, he got a 12.
No, he passed.
It's getting harder.
Morne. Agatha, I should say.
Oh, fuck. What? What?
As you step forward, the abyss disappears, and you're home, in bed, and your mother is sitting beside you, towering over you. Little thermometer pushed in your mouth. Well, you don't seem to be running a temperature, but one can't be too sure, so please, it's time to take your medicine. Out comes a spoon. Open wide, dear. And you swallow this, like, black, ichory thing.
Lovely.
And it brings back so many memories. Very good, very good. Well done. Now get some rest. Get some rest. You need your rest.
Alright.
Now, shall we perhaps say a prayer together first? Very good. Now we clasp our hands like this, don't we? And close your eyes. Very good. Now why don't we pray for Mummy's good health? I wouldn't say Mummy back then, but whatever.
Mama?
Mama's good health.
Oh, Mama.
And for Papa. And for your brother. Well, pray for my good health. And then it's gone. You're standing on the bridge again. As you take a step forward, there's a door in your way. A black, painted Regency door, a number 7 on it.
I'm going to turn around and walk away.
Okay, you turn around and walk away. And then the door is in front of you.
I want to try and walk away one more time.
Good. So stubborn, the door's in front of you.
Yeah. I guess I knock on the door.
Okay. You knock on the door. And you hear locks and bolts being undone, slid across. And then the door opens, and in front of you, you have to look down, but there's a slightly shorter than you, older man who opens the door. Yes. Of course you recognize him. It's Harry Taylor. Can I help you?
I seem to have gotten lost.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Sorry, I just knocked on the first door that was here.
Well, you better come in then, I suppose.
Thank you.
He opens the door wider. And as the door opens wider, you see Harry Taylor laying on the floor. Blood pooling down the back of his head, around the stairwell. Do come in. You're very welcome. Sorry about the mess. The dead Harry Taylor's eyes flick and move on to you. Can I get you anything to drink? Says the living one.
Thank you.
And you wake up. Or not wake up, but you're back again on the rocky outcrop. As you come back to yourselves, Albert sort of stumbles forward a little too.
Put my arms out to him.
Did you... Oh,
What did you see?
I don't want to talk about it. So it is like upstairs.
It's nothing like upstairs.
You're right, that did feel more of a vision than a...
Upstairs was meant to draw you in. It was meant to make you want to stay. No, I don't know about you two, but I certainly didn't want to stay where I was.
No. It was just most uncomfortable. This is what Father wants us to do.
What do you want to do?
I want to keep going forward.
Alright. I'll take your hand again.
Yes, let's do this.
I'm gonna put out my hand for Albert.
He takes your hand.
Give him a squeeze.
Onwards, then. You take a few more steps forward. You find yourself, perhaps, halfway across, a little bit less. Make a wisdom saving throw.
13?
7.
You're at the seaside. The fresh air blowing across the waves. You can see in the distance a couple of large fishing vessels making their way back home with whatever their daily haul was. And you're alone, sitting on your chair on the beach. The sort of rocky, stony mix in your feet.
I'll stand up and walk towards the shore.
Sure. And as you walk,
Shore, yes.
your feet a little unsteady underneath you, and the sharp edges of broken shells underneath your feet.
I just ignore it.
And you make your way towards the water.
I'll stop once, like, my feet are in the water. I'm not, like, swimming.
And the cold water laps against your bare feet, soothing the cuts you just got from walking, but stinging at the same time as the salt water sort of draws itself around you, and draws itself around you, and draws itself around you. And then the sea is sucking you out, off into the horizon, wrapped around you this cold embrace of freedom. And you can hear the seagulls getting quieter in the distance as this sort of tidal flow draws you out. And in some ways it's peaceful.
I embrace it.
As you sink below the water and the darkness wraps around you. And then you're back on the bridge. All I really wanted to do was to protect you, Talia. That is what Gilbert asked me to do. He has charged me with it. It is my duty. I've always done my duty for both of you. I simply don't see how you can hold me to blame for that. I have done nothing wrong. Perhaps you don't like the manner that I have done things, but you're just a little girl. Well, say something. How typical of you. As always, something doesn't go your way, you stick out that lip of yours and pull a face. No wonder your mother left you. And now your father too. Well, guess what? I'm all you have left, Talia. So sending me away was a foolish mistake. And then you're back on the bridge. Albert sort of looks around again, reorientates himself. That one was peculiar for me.
In what way?
It was just different. It wasn't as frightening as the first one. Father did say that things down here were wild. Perhaps there's no... I don't know. Are we ready to keep going?
Do you think we're supposed to... I don't understand if we're supposed to be fighting it or letting it happen.
I don't know, but I have a feeling whatever it is, we're going to find an answer over there. And as you sort of reach the sort of peak of this bridge, you can sort of look down on the other side, and there is a outcrop of rock jutting up from the ground in a roughly circular sort of flat area at the end. And you can see there are markings carved into the floor. There's a sort of plinth in the middle. You can't work out quite what's there. But there is a sort of almost like a breath blowing over you. And you can feel almost a sort of pulsing energy all around you, maybe emanating from the thing half embedded in the rocks. It seems to be feels almost like it's weeping to you.
Do you suppose it's... Do you think it's one of the gods?
I was thinking that.
Well, one of us is already attached to a god, so might as well carry on.
Mm-hmm. No. Give Taya and Albert another squeeze of their hands again.
And so you move forward again. You've crested this bridge and you start to move downhill towards this platform ahead of you.
So we are like passing the halfway. It's not got like a peak really early for some reason.
Yeah, just goes up and now you've got like 2 miles down. Make a wisdom saving throw.
15?
No.
10.
You're with him. He's holding you in his arms. You've just made love. Kisses your forehead. This was perfect. You're perfect. I promise I'll never leave you. But I'm gonna get us some coffee if you want. I'll be right back. Are you okay? Aggie? You always look so cute when you frown.
Stop talking.
Okay, they do say I talk too much sometimes.
Stop talking.
What's the matter? Is there something I can do to help? Maybe I could read to you, brush your hair. It's okay, I'll look after you, whatever it is. You can tell me
You're not
anything.
real. You're not real.
I don't understand.
Stop talking.
Just gives you a little squeeze and
Don't touch me.
kisses you on your
Don't
forehead.
touch me.
You're being awfully silly about this. Talia. It's Madam B. She's with you. You're sword fighting with her. Just ching ching ching, just practicing.
I stopped doing that.
Oh, you giving up so soon? I must have been having the better of you. You're in the ballroom. The Velvet Masquerade. Come, I have much more I can teach you. Unless you are too tired.
Where's Richard?
I am sure he's around here somewhere. You have grown quite close to him? He's a good man. He will look after you. He always does. All I want in return is to be able to protect people myself. But you are standing in my way for some reason. Do you not want people to be able to protect themselves? Is your ego so big that only you can do the protecting of people? Because it makes you better than them? Because now you are different, but you have a reason to be different? Now when people bully you, you can just snap their neck or break their head? It's good to be strong, no? To be powerful, and to know that nobody else has what you have.
I'm gonna look out the window.
Mm-hmm. Out the window is sort of, the windows are dirty and blurry, and you can't really see, you can kind of recognize the buildings out there and stuff, but you can't quite see them in detail.
Is it in the same way that when you, in the pocket, well, when I got to the edge of stone, it was all a bit, weird?
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm just going to keep looking out the window.
Always the way with you, huh? If you don't like something, you just shut it down. Refuse to engage with anything that doesn't meet your particular thought processes. Well, I tell you now, the world will not always work the way you want it to. It will not always bend to your will. And you're back on the bridge.
Are you okay? They said okay back then.
I couldn't look at him, otherwise I would have... couldn't look at him.
I'm going to pull you into a hug. It wasn't real. None of it's real.
I know it's not real. Let's just keep going forward.
You should.
Albert's just sort of staring up at this thing embedded inside of the wall. I'm sure if Lucas was here, he'd have much to say about what this is. But it can't be what we think it is, right?
Why not?
It just seems absurd. We can't be looking at... what? It's absurd to say it out loud.
So is saying that I can turn into a monster.
But this...
Or that Rosalind can shoot things out of her hands. Everything's absurd.
But the body of a god.
Well, they said that
Here.
they can't die. They had to be somewhere. I mean, if they were going to be left around, it's exactly the sort of thing they would do.
Doesn't look like it's quite here, though, does it?
That's what they said, though, right? That they were echoes.
Echoes, yes. Fragments.
Make a perception check.
What sort of perception check?
Visual.
Natural 20.
Cool.
So 21.
I got 18, so that's a 25.
Mm-hmm.
I lie, 20.
Okay. So, on a natural 20, you see your eyes start to settle on some of the shapes of this glowing, ruby-esque feature coming out of the wall. And you start to notice, and you didn't at first because you're taken in by the whole picture, but now you start looking at the details and you can see what looks like ropes and pulleys and platforms built up against the sides. And you can see some sort of pipework as well, heading from down to up, from below and upwards. You can see sort of the influence of man has touched this. And as you sort of look where all these sort of rope works and platforms are, almost looks like they have been working the material. You can see there are grooves and gaps where something may have been smooth before. And your eyes draw back to the platform ahead of you again. And what looked like it was a plinth in the distance now looks more like it is a bowl. Well, do we, it's what Father wanted.
Ready?
Yes.
We continue on.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Someone get a nat 20.
Ooh! 19?
Yeah, you're fine.
I finally did it, guys!
7.
You find yourself walking through a village, sort of dirt track towards a small cottage with the sounds of the ocean in the background far off in the distance. And you find yourself opening the gate, walking up to the house and letting yourself in. And you look around. Through the kitchen window you can see some chickens pecking around at the whatever seeds have been scattered there. There's a fireplace just crackling away with a couple of small logs on. And you look around and you're looking for something. But it's not there. So you keep looking. You check the other rooms. But they're not there either. He's not upstairs. He's not in the bedroom. He's not outside. You head back out. There's a couple of horses sitting in the stables. He's not there either. And you keep dashing from room to room, looking for him. Where is he? Where is he? Why can't... Where is he? He's supposed to be here. 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 He's supposed to be here.
Do I have any autonomy over what's happening right now?
Now you're back on the bridge.
Okay.
Did Albert stop as well?
Yes.
Did they just stop?
Yeah, he stopped. He's just a bit... As you watch this, as the first time you've seen this, you see both their eyes sort of glaze over, kind of white. Their eyes go kind of white. You've seen something similar before with Rosalind. There's almost a kind of glow to the eyes. And as that fades again, and they just sort of reorientate themselves, you're standing in front of them, their eyes fix on you.
You back? Do you want to keep going?
I have to. It keeps getting harder and harder, but I have to.
It doesn't seem to be hurting us, though.
No.
Not obviously. You know what I'm trying to say.
No, I know what you mean.
Let's get this over with.
Yes. We carry on.
Mm-hmm. Make a wisdom saving throw.
A big fat 6.
4. Ah, there you are, darling. Your hair's all a mess again. Have you been out playing in the mud? And you're 4? You're looking up at her. And she's looking down at you. Her red hair tousled over her shoulders. She reaches up down to you and sort of brushes your hair out of your face, kneels down, licks her thumb and brushes dirt off of your eyes. Ah, you're such a troublemaker, aren't you?
Do you ever write in secret codes?
Secret codes? What a funny thought.
Only, I found one of your notebooks, and I know that I'm not supposed to go through those things, but I found one and I couldn't understand it. And I didn't think that it was Father's writing, so I just wanted to check.
Oh. Well, aren't you mischievous going through Mummy's belongings? Well, yes, I do keep a diary. Just little thoughts that I have for myself.
Why are they in secret writing?
Because they're my thoughts, so I keep them to myself. They're not a secret, but some things are personal to ourselves. Do you understand that?
But what if they're not a secret, why can't I know them? What if I need to know them in the future?
Well then, I suppose I better leave clues for you, so you can follow along and work it out when I'm gone. Not that I'm going anywhere. Not for a long time. Now, do you need to bath?
No, I need to know what your clues are.
You need to know what my clues are. Well, I don't know what my clues are. I haven't left them for you yet. You want me to start leaving you clues?
Yes.
Okay. I'll think about it.
All right.
Now, let's clean you up. And she picks you up in her arms, twirls you round in a circle. Because you are smelly. And you're back on the bridge again.
I guess if I've walked for hours, there'll come a point where I just...
And then you're walking on the bridge again.
Okay.
And now that platform is very close in front of you. And you can see on the floor carvings that are sort of, your eyes sort of roll over them and can't quite make sense of them. Some are sort of these sort of round, circular, smooth carvings. Other are straight lines, jagged, harsh. All of them sort of conjoin and work around each other to this central plinth with a bowl on. And in the bowl is this bubbling, gurgling, rushing liquid. Beside it are pipes running down and across and around and away.
What colour's the liquid?
It's red.
Does it smell like blood? Or am I too far away?
You're close enough, I think. It does smell familiar.
Mm-hmm. Keep walking forward. Fucking hell.
Okay. Make a wisdom save.
This one's like impossible.
20. Not a natural 20.
9.
Talia. You are alone on this bridge. The other two have disappeared. But you can hear something behind you. You turn around. And it's you. But bigger. And they're scrambling across the rocky outcrop, their clawed hands moving faster and faster, dropping down onto all fours almost like a dog, a grotesque, and its teeth, its fangs, its mouth sort of opens wide, and those eyes fix on you as it just runs towards you. Feels pretty real. Feels pretty real as this beast lands on top of you, and its claws dig into your shoulders, couldn't think what the word was there, and you start to bleed.
I'm gonna punch it.
Cool.
17.
Cool. You try to reach out and punch this creature, but the claws digging into your shoulders stop you having the sort of movement and momentum you need, so your fist sort of almost helplessly just sort of loosely slaps across this creature's snarling face as it opens its maw wide and digs its teeth into your throat and ribs. And then you're back on the bridge.
Okay. Do I have any damage on me, or am I fine?
You seem fine.
Okay.
And as you step forward again, you're back home in Sevenlock, sitting on the balcony in your little chair, and your mother is behind you, fussing over you. It's time for your medicine. It'll keep you healthy. I know it doesn't taste very nice. The good medicine never does. Come on, open wide. Open wide, Agatha. Don't do this again. Come on. Make Mummy proud. Agatha. I won't ask you again, Agatha. You're embarrassing me. Agatha, in front of all these people. And you can hear sort of, suddenly there's all these people, and they're all watching you. So many people. They're pointing, and they're watching. And they're talking to each other. Oh, that's the sickly girl. I've heard of her. And that is what they're saying. It's canon. Oh, yes. Isn't that a shame? So pretty. Such a waste. I hope she takes her medicine.
Put my hands over my ears.
I hope she takes her medicine. She needs her medicine. It's medicine time. And that's how you find yourself, as it all goes silent again. Standing on the bridge with your fingers in your ears. Talia, next to you, checking over themselves. And Albert just sort of frowning, still sort of enamoured in a way, overtaken with this view ahead of you of this half skull, half rock, half crystal, bleeding, crackling energy thing. He still has not put words to yet.
Mm.
And in front of you all is the bowl and a cup.
Are we going to have to drink it?
I think we might have to.
I was really hoping we would just have to put our hands in it again and we'd be shown something. Are you alright?
We've come this far.
Well, it seems obvious. I'll go first.
Do you suppose she's weeping because it hurts her?
Being dead.
So with all the pipes and everything, what if... I don't know.
I don't know. I've not been privy to this information. I suppose someone must be. I never got the impression that it's something we were doing to her.
You know her name?
Well, one of the names, I suppose the name that we've come to recognize as being part of her echoes. We go by the Celtic one, Bridget.
Ladies first?
No, I'll go first. It's quite alright. He steps onto this platform and sort of looks down at the carvings on the floor. And you can see some of from the directions that those cracked ravines are that you notice, you can see towards the bowl there's almost a scar across the carvings as well. It's very strange. Well, he reaches out and takes the cup. It's quite small. It's not a thimble, but it's not. It's sort of quart glass sized. And he tentatively dips it into this moving liquid. He turns back to you two.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Chin chin. And he drops the cup. Drops to his knees. And his eyes glow white. His back sort of arches. And he screams. And this sort of energy comes out of his screaming mouth. This sort of white light. His eyes are bursting. You can see the muscles and veins and his bones within his flesh as this sort of light imbues him. And he's going to make a d20 roll. And if he rolls a 1,
Oh, for fuck's sake.
which he doesn't, the light fades. He falls down onto his hands. And he breathes. Well, it was a peculiar sensation. Such a peculiar sort of vision. It seemed quite harmless. I was just, It's like... Have you ever taken a warm bath with a glass of whiskey?
No.
No.
Well, it was like that, in a way, but I feel good.
Can you do magic now?
No. But I do feel good.
I'll go next.
What? Well, I'm just wondering, what happens if I go again?
Well, what if we take it in turns?
Okay, yes, of course.
And I'll go up, take the
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
cup.
Do not roll 1. You will die.
Bring it to my lips and I'll drink it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 17.
Okay. And as this liquid touches your lips, this bitter, acrid, hot taste flows into you, and time starts to slow down, and this warmth begins to fill you all over, and you've felt it before. And as this warmth envelops you, you begin to feel loved again. You are surrounded. It's like being in someone's arms, or just in their presence as they look at you. And you allow this liquid to flow down your throat. Do you embrace this feeling?
Yeah, I'll embrace it.
And you remember again as it hits your belly and this sort of what feels like a glowing ember starts to grow. You remember the last time you drank such a liquid and the feeling it gave you. And it glows inside you and grows. And this is love that you have never felt before in your life. But you recognize it. You know it for what it is now. It is the feeling of big arms and laughter and being accepted for who you are. And it's the feeling of strength. And there's an opportunity here for you to keep going as this strength in you grows. And if you want, you can roll again.
If I want to roll again, is it like if I get a 1 or whatever?
Or does it go up?
It goes up.
Oh.
Not by a lot.
She wants to do it.
Oh my god!
You're fine.
Okay, 13.
And this hot feeling of love stretches out to your very fingertips and your toes, and you keep drinking. And you can drink until you want to stop.
If I get a 0, I do it again. Okay, I don't do it again. Okay.
Okay.
Did it go on for longer when, as a watcher?
Hard to say, but maybe a little. She did. It's not so much that it went on for longer. You just noticed the way she drank it was more enjoyable. Like Albert kind of shotted it back. Agatha almost savoured it.
Alright.
And you see the same sort of thing. This energy bursts within them, brighter than before.
It's brighter than Albert's one.
And then she drops to her knees. Lets a big breath out and regains consciousness.
Does it taste nice?
Just be careful with it.
Alright. Come on then. And I will fill it and do the same.
Cool.
My girl is such a gambler and I'm fucking
Stop
scared.
it. Do not die.
17.
It's fine. You start to drink the liquid, and you are filled with feelings of fire and strength, and stones that crumble in your grip, and below that sort of feeling is the laughter of a woman playing on the grass. And if you want, you can embrace these feelings.
Yeah.
Cool. Well,
No, did you? What?
No.
Oh, okay.
But
it's fine. Wait, that was a 3.
yeah.
It's not fine. It was a 4.
Mm-hmm.
You had to get
Oh
4.
fuck! It was. Are you joking?
No. And so you embrace this
What?
feeling of power. And you grow, and the earth beneath your feet and the fire surrounds you, and all of it is nothing to you as you reach out and grow and grasp at rocks and earth and fire, and all of it becomes dust in your hands as you embrace so much power.
Is the laughter still there?
And that's where we end the episode.
Thanks for watching.
Like, subscribe, comment, and tune in next week when I lose my shit.